All right, final sound check before we get started. Check, check, 1, 2. And everything sounds like it's going to be in working order. Get the game sound going one more time just to make sure everything's in balance. I want to make sure that you can hear me and the game, of course, and hopefully one won't really outbalance the other, and if it does, we can always adjust that. Alright, so here we go with The Secret World, an MMO from Funcom. Let's see, early access began last Friday, I believe, and official worldwide launch is today. Just got a review copy this morning, got everything downloaded, got everything set up. Hopefully everything runs well enough here and everything goes pretty smooth. I'll be checking the stream off and on. You'll see me look to the side here like this for the first few minutes just to make sure everything is running like it's supposed to be running. And once I'm convinced that everything is going rather well, you know, we'll just get going and really get into the game. Haven't played this since closed beta. There were some things about the game that really had me kind of iffy about it, and a lot of people kind of said the same things about it. Worried about the character animation. Combat was a little clunky. That's not really what this game is about. The game's about the questing and the storylines. So we're going to see what it looks like now that it's gone live. They released a hot patch just yesterday and say that they handled a lot of the issues that they had with that hot fix. So we're going to create a new character from scratch. This is the first time doing anything since the game officially launched today. Alright, we want to create a new character. I'm not sure what the dimensions really are. I'm pretty sure there's only one server for the entire game. And the dimensions are, I guess, instances within that server where they chop it up. Alright, the stream looks smooth. If there's a problem with the stream, just let me know. Just put it in the chat or something. I'll see it. And we'll try to get it fixed. We're going to go with Illuminati, since that is what the initial website tests kind of had me set up as when it did the little personality profile or whatever. We'll watch the video first so you can see that in case you haven't got to see it.
It's all about power. Grabbing it, keeping it, using it. Power is our currency. Our DNA, our God. We control the world. We provide the blueprint and we give the instructions. We're the people in grainy photos on grassy knolls. We're the shadowy faces in smoky back rooms and darkened boardrooms. We're right here, hiding in plain sight, buying and selling favors. Blackmail, treason, deceit, these are our stock in trade. We work the magic of the drunken evenings with senators and chiefs of staff. We shake down demons and negotiate with sorcerers. We have stocks in hell and compromising photos of angels. We use any means necessary, regardless of the cost, because the world is a bad place, and you can either do or get done. We're the Illuminati, and we're not done.
Alright, so let's check the character creation. In beta, this was very limited, and even in later builds, they didn't really do a whole lot here. I've heard reports that this is still a little underwhelming, though it's supposed to be beyond what it was in beta. But to be perfectly honest, it wouldn't take a whole lot to really take this beyond what it was in beta. I'm going to go ahead and make a dude. I'm not comfortable enough with my masculinity to roll as a chick right now. Okay, facial traits or hair and makeup. Start up with facial traits. I'm going to outfit and take the glasses off so we can see what we're doing. Alright, let me see my... Whoa, hello, crotch shot. See my head, thank you. Alright, there's a few heads. There's head number 1, head number 2, head number 3. And none of those are just overwhelmingly awesome. I don't think there's a lot of sliders or anything to really be adjusting either, so this is pretty much going to be what you've got to choose from. I think that's the face that I rolled with in most of the betas. Skin color. If I remember correctly, your skin color range you can choose from depending on which head you pick. Yeah, at least first few give you darker skin tones. Later ones are Caucasians or Asians. Alright, we'll just go with that. I do not like that hair. Where do we change the hair? Under hair and makeup. Imagine that. So look at the different hairstyles. Like greaser mullet type deal. The mohawk. Slick back mohawk. What you call that? Oh, super crazy hair. Mini ponytail. Just a regular old haircut. That thing. Oh wow, that's even worse than that. Okay. Alright, well. Well, you can go bald now. In the beta, you can choose bald, which was kind of weird. I guess we'll go with that, since that's kind of how my hair is. I can't make him fat, sorry. So I can't really make him look like me, but, you know, we'll work with what we got here. Can't change body type at all. Facial hair color, let's see, beard and mustache. We got nothing. We got a chin strap. Fuck like shadow. Pretty good growth. The Fu Manchu. I mean, a few different styles. Except for anything crazy. I mean, you can't ask for a whole lot. I guess we'll go with that. See if I could just make it fat. It look just like me. I might change her color. Facial features. If you're looking to make some kind of corrupted demon or something, there you go. If you've been slaughtering a lot of zombies, there you go. And we got the Mike Tyson. And the crazy end of the world apocalyptic gang. And okay. Alright, I guess we're gonna go with some 5 o'clock shadowing. It's been a little rough of a day, and you'll understand here in a few minutes why. Facial features. You can change the color of the facial features. Here in makeup, facial traits, eye color. Gotta get them baby blues. Alright, now we can see what kind of clothing is available. This was very limited in beta. Got some glasses. As far as I can remember, the only glasses that were available for a long time in beta were just the big, ugly pink goggles. And those were pretty awful. But everybody wore them because they were there. Alright. So, I guess that looks like my glasses. Let's see if I could just make him fat. We'd be doing good. Let's see, chest. Let's roll on up. Let's take the jacket off first. We'll come to that in a minute. What kind of shirts can we wear? Plaid. Lots and lots of plaid. Oh, there's our prison garb, I guess. Plaid, plain, and stripes. Here's some t-shirts. These are pretty much the ones that were in the very last beta weekend that they had. When I think most of these were added. And the wife beaters. Do we want to pop the collar? Should we pop the collar? That's what I want to know. Do we want to pop the collar? Are we going to be like that? Are we going to be that guy? I think we're going to be that guy. And I think we're going to be that guy wearing the almost pink shirt. Because almost pink isn't pink, which means we can do it. We don't want to go to coats. We want to go to pants, which is legs. Because you wear your pants on your legs, oddly enough. Some skinny jeans. Some camo pants. Different shades of camo pants. Oh yeah, rocking the plaid shorts. Some more jeans. Lots and lots of jeans. When shit goes crazy in the world and magic becomes reality, you gotta make sure you got some jeans. Yep, cargo shorts. There we go. Cargo khaki shorts. That's what we're rocking. It's time for shoes. Got our Chuck Taylors on, man. Some hiking boots. Some darker color hiking boots. Some brown hiking boots. And here's tennis shoes. No flip-flops, no sandals, no anything like that. I guess you don't want zombies stepping on your toes. I'm sure the cash shop is going to be full of that kind of stuff, and it's probably going to be pretty expensive. Everything I've heard so far is that the cash shop is grossly overpriced, especially considering you're paying a box price plus a subscription fee for this game every month. So we'll check that out here in just a second, though. I think I want to wear tennis shoes. I think I want to wear those. And I don't think we want to wear a coat since we got shorts and a pop collar. I don't want to hide the pop collar. Oh, you can still see the pop collar. How about that? Because our dad owns a dealership. Plus 10 internets if you get that reference to another game. I got some more plaid. I assume that's considered plaid. I'm not really sure what that is, but oh, and the big heavy aviator coats. But they don't match our outfit, so we can't do that. Won't do that either. Yeah, we'll rock that coat with the shorts and the popped collar and the tennis shoes. Alright, so accessories are just the glasses. Okay, so we've got the glasses, chest, coats, legs, shoes. We've seen all there is to see. A little surprising in a game where you don't get gear that changes your appearance. You only get like talismans and things like that just to equip that give you stats and things like that. It's a little odd that there's not more available, considering you have to pay a box price to get this game and you're paying a full monthly MMO subscription. Can't wait to see what else in the cash shop. That's gonna be interesting. Alright, so we've got a first name, a nickname, and a last name. Please enter your character's first name, unique nickname, and surname. E.g. John Johnny Smith. I don't want to be John Johnny Smith. First name and surname will be visible to anyone who inspects your character. Please note that this is not your real name, but your character's name. Yeah, please do not put your real name in the video game. If you want to protect your identity, please choose a fictional first and surname, yada yada yada. Your character's nickname will be your unique player name in the secret world. Well, for that, I'm going to go with my usual gamer tag, Felic. And do I want to just go ahead and make his first name? Is it going to look funny? Does it ever really show up all together? Like that? Felic, whatever odd last name I want to make up here. Need a last name. Oh, let's go Reese. Because I like Reese's peanut butter cups. I don't know. I'm going to end up regretting that last name. No matter what I pick right here, I'm going to end up wishing that I hadn't picked it and I'd picked something else. So we're just going to hit the play button because I could literally spend an hour easily right there trying to name the guy. I can't believe that we created this look as fast as we did. That was a little surprising. Alright, looks like the stream's running smooth. If there's any problems with the streams, just hit me up in the chat. Let me know. Hopefully the sound and everything's balanced, and I'll shut up so you can listen to this.
Radical political group released a biological agent in the Tokyo subway, less than 1 kilometer from Orochi Tower. Although the area has been evacuated, there have been eyewitness reports of activity inside the perimeter, including ongoing fighting between Orochi security personnel and armed civilians. Authorities are denying these reports, and the military has barred anyone from approaching within 100 meters of the temporary perimeter.
You will see the end of days. You will see the dawning of a new age. To be a monarch or a beggar. To lose everything or to become a god. To stand with us or against us. The choice is yours. Remember this.
Be mindful of the voices.
Listen to the voices
They will
that whisper in your sleep.
You are with the chosen,
You are with
but
the
you
chosen,
must choose for
But you
yourself.
must make the right choices.
You are cursed with free
You
will.
are cursed with free will. We are here to guide you to the light.
It's not my place to intervene, but then
Even
this
if this is merely a dream.
Make the right
Make
choices.
the right choices. And be mindful of the voices that whisper,
they corrupt.
for they speak the truth.
Somebody's been bad. I approve. Mind if I come in? Time is ticking, so I'll cut straight to the chase. I work in talent acquisition, specializing in a highly unconventional sector for a very particular client. And they're particularly interested in your kind of talent. Fucking stuff up, putting it back together, altering the fabric of space and time, basic thaumaturgy. My client is only interested in the best of the best. That's where I come in. Your talent is raw, but it's obvious. My client has the means to refine that talent and make the most of what you've got, and I'm not talking about money. Well, not just money. Protection, power, the best parties in the biz. We're prepared to give you a unique opportunity, a chance to prove you've got what it takes to hang with the big boys and girls, to rule the world. It's up to you to grab that opportunity by the balls. Based on what I've seen so far, you might be what I'm looking for, or you might end up dead. Time will tell. Tick tock. You have an appointment tomorrow in Brooklyn that I'd recommend you keep. There's no address. Consider this the commencement of your official interview. Find us, or we'll find you. My client has eyes everywhere. Don't be stupid. Later, Gator.
Later, Gator. One thing I don't like about the cutscenes, it's awesome that we got the voice acting, but I mean, at this point in time, my character should voice act back. He should react. He just stands there like a mute. And just doesn't say or even really shake my head yet, okay. But I mean, you can't have everything, I guess. And a pretty good load screen. But in beta, these load screens would freeze up and crash the client. I'm excited that it's just loading. And for anybody who's wondering, the video settings I've got on medium, just whatever the default medium settings are. I didn't want to put them on high just yet because I'm not sure. Just wanted to make sure that everything ran smooth in the stream, basically.
Listen, Squeed at the laundromat is a few raisins short of the full fruit and nut bar. Try him.
Yeah. Okay, well, I uninstalled the other client, but apparently my settings folder was... I never did delete it, so all my settings look to be still in the game. Because I don't move the WASD, I change up my key bindings a little bit. Hopefully all the rest of them are still the same too. I guess we can check that real quick. Here's a good aspect of the game, something they do really nicely, and that's the minimalist UI. As you can see, there's a whole lot of game and very little UI seen right here. The menu's just up here. There's a nice little compass there to show you the direction you're supposed to go. Little pointers out on the map. You can see I'm 15 feet, meters, whatever away from my target. Could be miles, who knows. Let's check web browser. I'm gonna just skip right over it a dozen times before I ever get to it. Settings, yeah, there we go. Oh, interface options, yada yada yada, controls, duh. Yeah, it looks like everything is pretty much there. We're gonna change.
Illumi
that
what
to
now?
that, though.
Try the laundromat guy. He's into that freaky stuff.
Okay. That's the button I've been using my spam macros with on Rift, so that'll be the button where my finger doesn't get as tired as my little pinky would, because it's delicate. Alright, so that's going to save quite a bit of time that all my settings are already here. That's pretty darn convenient. And we've apparently discovered the laundromat. And we're going to holler at this dude, see what he has to say.
No. Too much visibility on the street. They're listening. They're always listening. That's why I keep the dryers running 24/7. They bug my phones, read my mail. They have this place on CCTV. replace my girlfriend with an android. The Illuminati. I know you know. And they know I know. You know? Oh, you're wondering why they haven't disappeared me. Shut down my magazine? It's because I play smart. I play along. It's a game to them, you know? It's all just a game. Oh, hi, Leah. Don't worry, she's not one of them. She's in my D&D group. Role-playing is the only avenue to resist control. We do nothing they don't tell us to. They've been conditioning us in every kind of media for years, okay? Example, Pac-Man. That's how they see you. Just a little head, just a mind share. And you run through the mazes they built, sucking down their pills. The fruit, the forbidden wisdom of Eden, never enough. And you can't shake the fucking ghosts, right? I mean, they're watching you. Their eyes are always watching you, even beyond death. This all adds up. That's where you'll find the Illuminati, at the dark center, in the ghost house, in the labyrinth. It's right here. Just follow the yellow dot road. That's all I can say.
Alright, that guy's a little weird. As you can tell, the character models are dated, to be gentle about it. It is, as far as I'm aware, the same engine that Age of Conan
Something tells me you're not here for the laundry.
So the character models can get a little weird sometimes. I've heard that combat animations have been improved. They were pretty bad. Funcom said it's because they allow the casting and moving all at the same time, that the upper body and lower body were not in sync. They were actually animated separately. So we'll see if that's going to be any better after we get to the combat portion. Let's see. Find evidence of surveillance in the laundromat. There's the camera right there. And we'll click it to interact with it. Marked with a yellow outline. Glad you told me that, because I sure didn't see the bright yellow whatever. Shh. No sense in being like that, is there? Alright, another camera. Follow the trail of surveillance equipment. The quest tracker is better than it was in beta originally too. It actually is showing, I like the way it kind of fades out one and scrolls up your next objective. The quest tracker took some getting used to in beta, the way you'll see how it stacks here eventually when we get multiple quests, the way they kind of stack up and you have to go through. And at the time, the tooltip didn't really tell you which one you were looking at to try to switch to. You had to actually switch to it to see which quest it was. So I'll show you all that whenever we get multiple quests. Hopefully all that's been worked out. I'll tell you what, it actually looks like we could use some vertical sync here too, doesn't it? Getting a little bit of screen tearing. Is there going to be an option for that? Adjusting these sliders, yada yada yada. General anti-aliasing I don't really need. Not really seeing an option for that. It's not that bad. And it might actually be the fact that I'm playing in borderless window with a stream running too. It may not actually be the game's fault. It may not be anything that I can do about it right now. I'll play with it a little bit after the stream, just enough to test the settings and make sure what it is. This part I've done before. And there's the little wall tags we're supposed to be following. The little hand right there. And there comes somebody else. It's a nice long labyrinth down here. If I'm not mistaken, once you get done in this area right here, the way out is actually quite a bit simpler than that. actually 3 or 4 people that I've ran into already. That's encouraging. It is launch day though. Surely there's people playing on launch day, right? Right. And why am I just, I was gonna say, why do I look like I'm just ready to just punch everything? Hey man, watch out. My dad owns to do this shit. Oh yeah!
You know the drill. Run them through due diligence.
I'm on it. Please, no head trauma.
Someone ping Cassini to shut that fucking alarm off.
Say, have you ever seen a person void themselves from exposure to pink noise?
Get these 2 freaks out of here.
Have you seen my ET glass yet? Old school right there.
Hi.
What's up?
Have you ever seen a psychiatrist or taken psychedelic drugs? Whoa,
maybe.
don't freak out. You got a lot of narcosynthetics in your system to fast track the rapport process. So make yourself comfortable before you lose motor function in your arms and legs. Is it safe? No, I'm just fucking with you. I'm a researcher. An experimental researcher.
Zern, my schedule is triple booked, so get started 10 minutes ago.
Yes, ma'am. Ms. Geary. Management.
Still here.
Shit. Knew that. Wow. Illuminati. Always there. Okay. Today, we're going to be provoking your extra-human potential. Routine tests. Psychic driving, invasive procedures, auto-suggestion, and this is all going to happen while you're under a post-hypnosis role-playing scenario. I wouldn't worry about it. I'm going to play you a looped recording of the catastrophe in Tokyo. And then, with a little chemical assistance, your uninhibited neurons are going to work their crazy magic. I won't lie to you. This is going to be an intense, out-of-body experience. Wow! I'm pretty excited myself. And subject has left the building.
Alright, here's where we play as somebody else. This is, as far as I'm aware, this is the same for every faction. And most of you that did get to participate in any of the beta events have probably done this part over and over and over. Every time you restart a character, you got to go through this part. But it's like the little tutorial that teaches you
It's all shut
the
down.
basics of combat, except you
Kind
start out
chill.
with the really crappy guns.
In the park.
At least the guns were really crappy in beta. I never
STF
enjoyed
quarantine.
them at
Good
all.
news for Tokyo, bad news for us.
I thought the dragons thrived on chaos.
Someone once told me the Illuminati had all the answers.
They're saying a bomb. It's never just a bomb.
Something worse. Something that brought the filth with it.
So we fight. That's what us Templars do.
I enjoy a good fight, it's just these trousers are bloody velvet.
Sarah! Thank Gaia! Are you okay?
I'm fine. How are you?
How are you feeling?
Oh, yeah, I forgot about the screen shaking in this part, man. They really need an option to turn that crap off. I'm glad I'm playing in windowed mode now. Let's see, though this must be a dream. I'm not going to read all the quest text to you guys. You don't want to. Nobody reads quest text.
If Zuberi was here, he'd tell us this is the worst time to argue.
Well, he's not. He's down there somewhere. Sarah?
Alright, I got my gun. Yeah.
Get your gun.
I've got it. You see it? It's in my hand. Oh, no.
Open the gate!
Shotgun attack that deals a moderate amount of damage in a cone in front of you. Builds a weapon resource. And a single target shotgun strike that deals a moderate amount of damage. Exploits hindered state. Builds a weapon. Any of my passives create a hindered state. Yeah, just increases
Watch
damage
out.
with the shotgun right now. Watch out! Yeah!
Nice shooting!
Isn't it amazing how that doesn't hit
How many have they got
any
in
of the
there?
people who are on my side?
It's gone viral so fast. If this gets out into Tokyo...
Alright.
It doesn't. We stop it here, whatever it takes.
burn. Get out of this next part, it just seems like all the little demonic dudes just automatically attack the Marines. Now here's the part where for almost all abilities you can run and cast and shoot, instant cast, or you know if it's got like a little ramp up timer or whatever, you can do it all on the run, which is actually pretty darn nice. And the game's kind of built around that. You're not supposed to just stand there and cast stuff.
Really have to stop meeting.
You're supposed to be moving around, getting out of things, moving to a better location. Although, as you well know, you played in the modes, there are going to be people who still stand in the fire, even though they can move and cast.
Don't let it get on you. Don't even breathe in.
I think I'm actually
it's reacting to
a
us,
little more
like it knows we're coming.
This stuff can't think. It's a cancer. Cancer
the way
doesn't
it's
know
set
you're
up
coming. It just
has a
is.
tendency to make you want to move more in just regular situations like this. But I don't. It's for that you don't really need to as much. It's the big telegraphed abilities. You'll see the big red circles on the ground and things like that. A little arc that shows where the cleaves are going to hit. You definitely have to move out of that. And double clicking in the direction you want to go.
You've got points, Sarah.
Let you dodge, as you can see. The big athletic backflip. And you can see the cooldown bar there that lets you know when you can dodge again. So it is
incoming.
A little bit action combat-y. No real ability. Shotgun attack. First damage to a big area. You're definitely going to need some of that. This is the part where figured out. These guys just automatically target me. Hopefully this is the tutorial zone and I don't die. Because I scrub this up every time I'm here. Alright. Yeah. I don't think it's going to let me die, so I can be as horrible as I want to. I'm not good with guns. I don't like guns. I haven't enjoyed guns. Guns haven't been fun at any point that I tried this in beta.
I was passing myself.
Yeah. Consume weapon resources for extra
You have to
damage.
find Zuberi.
Yeah.
We'll
So
hold
that's
them
what this one does.
Make a stand.
Some of these other ones will build up the resources, which you'll see up here, over here, underneath my little health bar. This one's going to consume those and do more damage for each one it consumes. Pretty basic stuff. If you played anything like Champions Online, there you go. This is it. Alright. We've got 5 stacks of faces. As you can see there wasn't any big telegraphed abilities, so there wasn't a whole lot of need to be running around. He pretty much just smacks the piss out of you, whether you're running around or not, if it doesn't have any big fancy telegraphed type abilities. And these guys are kind of
even where the filth corrupts, Gaia's power endures. Take it into yourself. Breathe it out. Will this broken body mended?
Click on the soldier on the ground. Thank you. Here are you healing ability.
Over here.
Now once this is all over with, we won't have any of these abilities and we'll have to slowly unlock. So you're not going to start out with this many abilities once you actually get into the game, plus a heal. You're going to have to work your way up to
about that.
All that.
This ain't looking much better, to be honest.
Now
is not the time for argument.
Told you he would say that.
We must reach the next platform.
Let's do this.
Well done.
Batman! This one means. Oh no! It's huge. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Kind of running around That's pretty close range too. You can't really do a lot of damage. Been a while
The
since I've
gate's
done this,
opening.
I'm sorry.
I think that's bad news.
Like I said, I'm
Yep,
pretty sure you can't.
bad news. They're not stopping.
And they will not stop. This is all to hold us
There
back.
again, I wish the screen
Top marks for effort.
Stop.
Someone has to push through. This confusion may be all the time we have.
Someone?
But anyway, I've got to run.
Look out! It's all coming down!
Oh no! And now we get to one of the best visuals in the early part of the game. It's a pretty cool little thing to look at. What I'm assuming is the tearing of dimensions. It doesn't let you look at it very long though, does it?
Pineal gland. Overstimulated. Higher brain functions. Functioning. That is great work. Well above MK Ultra success rate. Hey, can I ask you, have you ever seen a jaguar tripping?
Zerd!
Well, yes.
Google
Look it up
that
sometime.
if you haven't, by the way. A jaguar
Hey, you better
tripping.
haul ass to the
It was
test
like
chamber.
a legitimate video.
Jump through a
on
few
that or
hoops.
whatever.
Oh, and you may be feeling some discomfort from the microchip that I grafted to your spinal column. No worries, though. I mean, it's gonna fade, really. And as your doctor, I'd caution you, strongly caution you, don't try removing it, okay?
Okay. Where did all these people come from? There's not bad variety as far as the characters. I mean, none of the 4 or 5 of us standing here really look the same. So
They gave him a golden base.
there were like 5 of us standing here, and like 2 or 3 of us looked pretty darn similar. That would really be bad. So I mean, well, yeah, you would think that, you know, you would get more as far as character customization. It could be worse, I guess. Could always be worse. Okay, we're exiting his lab. The map is visible in the top right corner of the screen. Pressing M will open the map, what I just did a couple
Happy hour will
dozen
commence
times
in
there.
T-minus 5 minutes.
So now we need to find and enter the test chamber, which which I think is telling me is this way. Yes. That's what the big number block up ahead means. Go this way, dummy. The arrow says. Yeah, let's go on in this test chamber here. It's instanced off. I'm assuming we're going to have our little own personal instance of this. I was always by myself in the beta, but that could have just been because there weren't any other players. So I'm thinking we're going to just have our own little deal here.
They give me clay and expect me to hand them back steel. It is not an instructor they want. It is an alchemist. You, my friend, are in a world of tigers, and they will eat you alive if you are weak, if you hesitate, if you do not strike first. Here, you will learn to strike first, and strike hard. For those combat holograms, they can do nothing to you. I, however, have a high-powered rifle and a streak of what some call sadism. I call a will to incentivize. You have potential, but we have no time to tease it out of you. Inside you is a power, an anima you can draw on to make yourself stronger, faster, a more effective killer. It is the magic behind the magic bullet. The weapons you use will become an extension of yourself. They are the instruments through which your anima is made force. I want you to arm yourself and show me that force. We have an arsenal here. You can experiment with all of them if you please. But when you leave, you can only take one with you. You have an edge, my friend, and I am not interested in how or why you came to possess it. Only that you sharpen it to the best of your abilities. Nothing less. In the test chamber, you can do so in safety. Safe. Except from me. Now, let us begin.
Alright, and this is the part where we get to try the different weapons, which basically tells you which set of abilities you're going to start out with. Let's open up the...
Welcome to the Council of Venice Digital Archives, and your online guide to surviving the secret
Look,
world.
we'll just watch this.
Character skills. This is the character skill interface. You can train your weapon and talisman skills using skill points. You receive a new skill point when your experience bar fills up. Every weapon has 2 different skill paths. These will vary based on weapon type, although damage is always one of the 2 paths available. Distribute your skill points in order to focus on a specific playstyle. The higher your weapon skill, the higher quality weapons you can equip. You will also need to put skill points into your talisman skills in order to equip higher quality talismans. Whenever you see the skill point icon, make sure to open the character skill interface in order to distribute your new points. For more information on character skills, please access the Council of Venice archives.
Alright, I don't remember seeing that in beta. That was actually a pretty decent video tutorial there. So basically what we've got in the secret world is you don't gain levels when your XP bar fills up. You get skill points, vertical progression. You power up by learning new skills and powering up the abilities that you already have. This is the much talked about skill wheel. You start, as you can see, it's kind of cut off into sections. You've got the magic section, the melee section, and the range section. You've got to kind of start out in the first few sections before you can move out into the outer circles. So you've got to fill up, I think it's just one of these, like you have to fill up one of these 2 if you want to move out into the elementalism. And that needs to move out of the way. Or you've got to fill up one of these 2 to move out into chaos magic. So forth and so on. Eventually, if you play the game enough, pretty sure you're able to unlock each and every one of these so that later on, it's kind of a deck system. You get to customize your character as far as the skills and abilities they have, and be whatever you pretty much want to be at any time. You can do is just swap out your points that you've got spent and set them up on the action bar. So what we're doing here is trying out the different weapons that let you utilize the different abilities from the different trees. And we'll just go ahead and walk around and use all of these so you can see all of them. And we'll start out with the hammer. I've played the hammer a little bit in beta. The animations were horrific back then, but come on, in progress. Okay, so I'm probably going to need to, pick it up, duh. Wouldn't you love it when I act like I haven't done this a dozen times before? It has been a few weeks since I actually played those, so. Alright, so now we'll equip. Here's all the talismans, and here's the slots that you put them in. These are basically what give you your stats besides your gear. Like the weapons let you utilize the hammer abilities that you have. You can equip a second one that's going to give you the ability to use some of the whatever second ability skill set you want to use. For instance, here's, a bonus to health and attack rating. You can just equip it. It's got a specific slot for it. There's a belt, health and attack rating. Head talisman. And there you see, you've got all the slots. As quest rewards or random drops, you'll get different weapons you can equip or different talismans that you can equip. Excuse me, and there'll be upgrades, and they'll upgrade things like your attack power, or your health, or your endurance, or your spell power, or things like that. As for right now, to test this out, there wasn't really a whole lot I need to equip the talismans other than just to show you them, because when we switch to the next weapon, they'll just unequip those and give us a whole new set of talismans. Here you can see your character statistics, defensive stats, offensive stats, healing stats, your faction rank. Oh, you can zoom that in and out. That's nice. Wasn't not aware of that. That's a nice touch. I like that. I like having it bigger because I'm old and I wear glasses and I can't see well. Gear management, save up gear sets. It's always a nice feature. And the dressing room where you can change out kind of what you're wearing based on what's available to you at the time. So let's close out that. There we go. Gotta remember what hotkeys I have set up. And so we've got, our quest says equip the hammer and target a combat hologram. Boom. Use hell to pay on a target hologram. I assume that's the D, or not smash. Hell to pay. That's this one. Yeah. Big AoE cone, fire. Why hammers shoot fire, I guess. I don't know. You're like an all-powerful being, so I mean you can be magic too, so there's no reason why you couldn't shoot fire with your hammer. Alright. So we've got that one. As you can see, once you complete the quest, it'll give you spell points and ability points you can spend. But there's no sense in doing that there again, because if we
Welcome to the
try a different one, you're going to lose those. You're going to want to reset them up for whichever weapon you choose anyway. So we'll go with the fist weapons. Pick those up, and we'll just equip the weapon this time, so we can see kind of how it acts. This was another one where the combat animations were really, really cruddy. But animation is a lot smoother than it was. I want to give them that. They said they improved it, and it looks better than it did in beta. Characters moving smooth. As you can see, the upper and lower body can still look pretty disjointed. But other than that, I mean, as far as the actual movement of the arms while he's attacking, that's way better than it was in beta. I may actually consider that this time. The blade, you're going to see a whole lot of people running around with swords. Were definitely quite a few throughout all the beta events. Swords were pretty popular. I don't remember if the sword you start out with was different, but I think you started with more of a katana looking weapon. There's that feels slow. That was a little better, but I mean, the basic attack with the mechanic builder just feels and just boring. Alright, so we're not interested in that. So let's move on. Those are the melee weapons. And we'll go to a different room and try a different set. Here's the shotgun. We're not going to do that because you just basically saw the shotgun. Pistols. I'm interested to see if these are any better than they were in beta. I did not enjoy any of the guns. These are going to be relatively close distance as well, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, see, I'm out of range like that, so yeah, right around there. I mean, it's a pistol. You're not going to shoot people, you know, across the town with a pistol. It's not bad. So yeah, upper and lower body still a little disjointed, but I mean, there again, it's better than it was during the beta event. Pistols, I would call those improved over what they were last time I played them. And these, the assault rifle may have been my least favorite out of any of these, at least early on. So let's see what we've got here. Kind of range. So far, we're still in range? No, we're not still in range. Glancing blow, I guess. Yeah. And he's blocking it. So you can shoot from that distance, but he's not taking a whole lot of damage like that. And just for the record, you don't have to tab target either. You can just hit the button, especially with like an AoE type ability. You don't have to have something targeted. You just hit the button and it'll just do it. Okay, you get those out of the... Thank you. So, assault rifles. Something that I would really, really like to play if it's going to be decent. As you can see, I hit the button and it's like a little bit of a second. He pulls the gun up and aims. And that one's just instant. The second you hit the button, that goes off. Alright. Assault rifles are probably another possibility. Now we'll move on to the magic portion and try the different magics. We'll start out with the elementalism, the lightning and fire and all that kind of good stuff. We'll equip the little doll there or whatever they call it. What do they call that? A focus? Yes, a focus. That makes sense. Alright, so we've got shock. Boom. Boom. And we've got combust, which is going to be fire. And it's like combust consumes a single target that does a large amount. Yeah, consumes 2 elemental resources. So you're going to have to build up elemental resources with the shock, at least 2, and then you can cast consume. And as you can see, you can walk and cast. Walk and cast. Walk and cast. Like a boss. Walking and casting. Alright, so chaos focus. If I can remember correctly, this is like a weird... I need to pick it up. This is like a martial arts, magical, hand-to-hand combat kind of deal. Yeah. As you can see, there's not really range on that. Yeah, see, that's too far away, so... It's like a melee... I wonder if the whole tree is like that, because I never really did much of this. Chaos. Let's look at this. A chaos attack that deals a moderate amount of damage to your target. Yada, yada, yada. What about range? Does any of this give me a range? Hello. I'm not seeing ranges on these. Unless I'm just totally missing it, which is completely possible. Does it tell me on the... Tell you what it might do. It might tell me on the weapon. No, not really. Oh well. Anyway, at least these abilities here that you get to try out, it's more of a melee-based magical martial arts type tree, so... And finally, blood magic, and this is going to be a lot of healing. And this is where the majority of your heals are going to come from. And let's equip the book, because that's what you equip for this. As you can see, you have a book that's a focus, but it never comes off your back, so it's whatever. Hope you weren't planning on reading it. So, single target blood magic attack that deals a moderate amount of damage, builds a weapon resource for each equipped weapon. And as you can see, we're doing blood magic, blood damage. And our next ability is a single target blood magic attack that deals a large amount of damage and damage over time. Sets an afflicted state. Conditional effects. Consumes 2 blood magic resources. As you can see, casting. Moving and casting. Not a huge fan of that. But it does come in handy later on. If you want to even do some self-heals, I would recommend getting into this stuff a little bit. Let's see. Where's the one that has thicker, and things probably change. Yeah, there's the blood shield. Single target. Places an absorb barrier on your defensive target. This barrier absorbs 100% of incoming attachment, dissipates after absorbing damage. Heals for 106. Yeah, so I mean, there's your healing stuff, and you're gonna want to pick up some of that, especially when you're out soloing. Let's get out of that. So now that is everything. That is the 9 different weapon choices.
This is the company line. You will use it to maintain.
Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah.
Do you understand?
Hey, I can count.
That is all.
So now we choose, and I'm pretty sure that I know what I'm going to choose. Although claws made me think a little bit. I'm going to try those one more time. Let's try fist weapons one more time, but I'm pretty sure I know what I want. I may have just been more impressed because they were better than they were. It may not necessarily mean that I want to play these. I don't know that I want to be a melee. Starting off, of course, eventually I can be whatever I want to be, but at first, until I get some points built up, I'm going to be kind of limited on what I can do. And stuff's going to be in my face anyway, so melee may not be a bad thing, but if that was going to be melee, I would probably go chaos magic instead of fist weapons. But what I've always had the most fun with in beta was elementalism. Elementalist. So we'll equip all those. Come on, equip. Thank you. Who doesn't want to be able to shot things and combust them into flame? What I played the most in beta was the Elementalist and the Hammer. And when I was playing my Hammer, I always found myself, because I think it was the Hammer on the Press beta server, and I was Elementalist on the Beta Weekends server. And I always found myself during non-beta event weekends, like on the Press server, wishing that I could just re-roll and just have my Elementalist. So I'm gonna go ahead and go with that. Make sure I've equipped everything. Now we've got spell points and stuff to spend. So our first point, we're gonna put in Elemental, and we're gonna put it in damage because we want to do lots and lots of damage and kill things. Because doing lots and lots of damage and killing things is fun. Your elemental abilities have a 25% chance to deal 8 magical damage to 5 enemies around the target. And we're going to put 1 spell point in. New ability purchased, Overload. Alright. And this will tell us our next skill point will increase the abilities to do 9 magical damage to up to 5 enemies. So, there you go. And what else do we want to... We got one more... No, we got 2 more points. No, we got... Oh, I'm sorry. We got 1 more point. I'll be okay. We've got 1 point. I don't really want to put that. What is this going to do for me? Head Talisman. Increases your magical protection. Yeah, I mean, we could always put it in one of these. Wouldn't be bad. Spinning increases your max health. And come on. Increases your physical protection. Magical protection, max health, or physical protection. For right now, let's just go max health. Or there's a lot of zombies in the first zone. Let's go physical protection. There we go. Points are spent. Now let's go to the ability wheel. We've got 2 points in the ability wheel to unlock and use new abilities. Now here's some preset decks. Well, there we go. Okay. That you can kind of go off of, and it'll show you where to put your points, depending on what you want to use. If you want to use one of these presets here and kind of follow a kind of a recommended path, you can change off of it anytime you want to. But they'll give you some descriptions and kind of tell you what each one does. Me, I'm just going to go it alone and put stuff wherever the hell I want to put it. What is this guy? I don't know. That seems interesting. Yeah, best use focus. And he doesn't pick up any healing. I think you get one of these. I think you get the outfit too when you fill out all the points for these different ones. So I don't know. That may make it worth. Cause I mean, it's not a bad outfit, right? With the hat and stuff, right? Right? I'm a fixer, a bounty hunter, drifter. I will get into all that later. For right now, let's just spend some points. We've got 2, as you can see here, ability points out of a potential 175, and we're going to spend those. And we're going to maybe look at Blood Shield. Spend one of those to increase the damage of all damage over time effects. Unfortunately, I don't have a lot of damage over time effects right now. I'd like to pick up the defensive blood shield ability, but we may get into that in just a little while. Let's look at this first. This is the tree that we're already halfway down here. Or not tree, I guess I shouldn't say that, but you do have to unlock the previous ones to get to the next one. So maybe it's just a branch? I don't know. Rapid combustion reduces the activation time of combust. Now that does sound sexy. So it just spends your points. You just click the buy. Just letting you know that you've got it. And now this one down here is available to unlock whenever you get 3 more ability points, which you do just by completing quests and killing things. And then we're going to want to equip this down here. So as you can see, you can change which part of the action bar. These are your actives. These are the buttons you're going to push. As you can see, there's a limited number. But a lot like Guild Wars 2, it's not going to really limit what you can do. It adds another aspect of the game that lets you kind of pick and choose what you want to do and kind of know going in beforehand that you need to build a good deck out. And these are going to be the passives that just kind of give passive bonuses to the different abilities and skills that you've got. So those don't really matter where they are. So there we go. There's our build for right now. We're just going to be using the shock and the combust. We're going to be using shock to build up our elementalist. Oh, what do they call it? A resource. There we go. There's the word I'm looking for. And combust to consume it and do extra damage. And it shouldn't take as long to cast. Whenever you critically hit, you also deal a small amount of damage over time. Oh, well, there's the damage over time. And shock also deals damage over time, so that's afflicted state. So that gives us the afflicted state. And consumes 2 minerals, target is hindered. And other abilities will do, you know, increased damage or other things depending on if you've got an inflicted state. Inflicted upon your enemy. So we've got what we want. Carrying around a little voodoo doll on my belt there, as you can see.
This is a test environment in more ways than one, my friend. In here, we have total control. We see a war play out exactly as we intended it to. You will learn, and unless you offend me more than I can bear,
And my little mini-map's
harm
gone,
comes
so.
to you.
So I guess we'll just exit the area. You have earned your first skill to learn more about open the ability wheel, yada yada yada. Alright, didn't they say just leave the room? Select a new weapon to try out other combat systems. When you leave, you have chosen one, leave the training room. Yep, there we go. We need to get out. Because we are going to be, or we're going to start out as an elementalist. Oh, come on. So I have to have a quest to, didn't we do this already? Accept, pick it up. Equip everything. Apparently we're going to do this again because apparently I failed to attack the dummies, which, how did I have the ability points? Alright, so we'll just spin these again real quick. So I already know what we're going to do. Okay, let's go to K. Spin one in elementalist, one in physical protection. And it says pick up the phone. Maybe there's a phone there I just didn't see. Maybe I'm just missing something completely obvious. Right. Oh, yeah, there we go. The dummy arrow is telling me that I was standing right beside what I was looking for. Okay, I've got the phone now. Can I? Thank you. And the phone is kind of the way they explain how you get instant rewards and instant quest turn-ins and things like that. Because you're using your smartphone or whatever to speak with headquarters to report on what you're doing, what's been going on. If you got any questions, comments, anything like that, don't be scared to hit it up in the chat. If you're on the actual Twitch TV channel, if you're watching on the embed on theinnergeekzone.com or mmogamer.com, I don't think I remembered to embed the chat into those channels, so you may or may not be able to chat from there. But either way, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. We're going to be doing these pretty much every day for the next 30 days. Probably the majority of what I play on the Secret World will be go ahead and live stream. And then on MMO Gamer, we will have, you know, articles probably once, maybe twice a week, depending on what's going on. Just kind of talking about, you know, our experiences so far, what we think. And on the InnerGeekZone.com, we will have YouTube videos.
New Mexico.
And of course, Twitch TV will have the video on demand of the actual stream itself available, you know, shortly after the stream goes down every day. So, and to just completely whore myself out, if you want to follow us, follow me on Twitter. Twitter handle is InnerGeekZone, and Facebook.com/TheInnerGeekZone. Now that I've made a complete and total prostitute of myself, we'll continue this quest series.
Goods.
And talk to this chick, which you may or may not like very much.
I fucking love old school hip-hop, don't you? Projecting indecision is a big no-no. Always smile. But this isn't another test. We don't do probation. You're either in or you're out. The Illuminati are very achievement-focused. It's like Xbox, only everything is hardcore. The ethic I really want to instill in you is to aim high and achieve even higher. It's not just in your best interest, it reflects on me, too, and that is super important. Make me look bad, I'll mount your head on my wall as an object lesson to the next fuck-up. God, it is so cute when you new guys think I'm kidding. Solomon Island. A little town and a preppy school with connections to us have kind of vanished off the coast of Maine. The people aren't a major deal. Do you know how many disappearances there are in the United States every year? We do. But our noses need to be totally clean on this one. The military are involved, and we have limited bandwidth to stall the shitheels at the DoD. Give an old dude a red button to press, it's like Viagra to them. I want you out on Solomon Island to assess the impact on our bottom line. You can skip the traffic and the quarantine by traveling through Agartha. Just use your initiative, but not too much initiative. That comes across as desperate. Ciao, ciao.
Alright, I want to do one more sound test listening to the stream just to make sure the mic and the game sounds are kind of in balance. And yeah, it looks like you can pretty much hear either me or the game as long as I shut up and let you hear the game. The stuff you really need to hear, and there's probably going to be combat sounds and things like that in the background. If any of that needs adjusting at any point, just holler at me in chat. Let me know. I'll fix anything that needs to be fixed. So now we find the corridor that leads deep into the warehouse. Press X to, here's another nice little feature. Did I change it? What did I change it to? Troy. What did you change that to? Alright, I'm going to go in and look and see what I rebound that to. Enable sprint Z. Why did I make it Z instead of what it tells me to do, which is
The chief takeaways are that
X?
the vision's changed. And that's always been the vision.
The game tells me it is. Okay? Okay. Yeah, there we go. It takes a minute to fire up, but then you get to run faster. And then you can run normal speed if you want to. I think you can switch to walk too. Yeah, there's the walk. Wonder if you can do a faster walk or if it just goes automatically to the sprint. Yeah, it just goes to the sprint. If you disable it, it goes back to walk. So there's a walk, a run, and a sprint. All you RPers who want to walk can still walk. Alright, so we got to find the tunnel out of here. And I'm going to be completely honest, I don't remember where that is. There's a nice blue circle that's saying, hey, go this way. So we're going to go that way. That's always a good idea. What's up, dudes? Discovered the garage. The game's running rather well so far. I'm getting just a hair bit of lag just here and there, but that seems like it's most likely just because I'm running the stream. It's not anything too horrible. And of course, on the stream end, you're never going to be just completely smooth at 60 frames per second anyway. So here we go. The entrance to Agartha. This is how you get around in the world. This is kind of like your fast travel portals to all the different zones and areas. So let's go in and take a look. Pretty cool area. They've done a really nice job here. For the character models to be so dated and the game engine to be a little dated, the zones and areas, they've done a really nice job of rendering those out, and they really, Funcom, if there's one thing they do well, they can make a world. And they can make a world look and feel and really draw you into it. So here again, as you see the steampunkish Magitech.
Hello? Yes?
Golems there.
Now this is the Hollow Earth, Agartha. I do hope you're not here for the local service. It's running somewhat tardy. And by my watch, it's 100 years overdue at 1/4 the hour. Judging from the cut of you, you're more of a world traveler. Well, you've come to the right place. Now, this underground realm, like the Great British Rail System, is the very model of efficiency. Agartha's thoroughfares sprout from the Tree of Life and connect back to the surface. quite bedeviled the science boffins, but I'm assured they have their top men on it. Top men.
Top men? Top men?
Now you'll need one of these. Mind your fingers. Thank you. Fascinating devices. Fortunately, there's still enough to hand out like sweets. Consider it your anchor to the hollow earth. It can return you here in a flash, proverbially and quite literally. Well then, onwards to the New England coast, what?
Alright. So yeah, basically what he just gave me was the equivalent of a soul stone. Using this item returns you to Agartha, which will bring you back right here. And look at all the people. That's pretty awesome. Lots and lots of folks here. In beta, at some point, I sold this accidentally, and they were unable to return it to me. They said because it was beta, surely to goodness, either that can't be sold or destroyed now, or you can just get another one. Because I couldn't even come back here and get another one. And I talked to a GM about it, and they basically told me there was nothing they could do about it during beta. So hopefully that's been addressed. I don't really want to just delete that or try to sell it just to see. So I'll let somebody else tell me whether or not that's been fixed. That's not something I'm interested in doing right now. Expand the size limit, increase the size of inventory hold. Yeah, apparently, I wonder how big I can actually use here. All of that, I guess. Okay. Don't need that right now. Alright, well, this is Agartha, Portal of the World, as he just got done telling you. Those things right there, those are pretty awesome. And that one's pretty similar. So basically, all these little routes or whatever go to different portals that go to different areas of the world. Not sure if each and every one of the ones you can see are functional right now, but, you know, it gives the look that there's all these places in the world. Because, of course, you're on Earth, our world, as it would be if all myths and legends were true. And this little swirly thing right here you can use to quickly move yourself to the little next portal. And I didn't mean to do that. There was a little thing there to click on. But as you can see, quick travel. Here's the portal to the zone we're trying to go to, which is Kingsmouth Town. Kingsmouth. So we'll go in the portal. Do you want to travel to Kingsmouth Town? Yes, we do. It's time to kill some zombies. Lots and lots and lots of zombies. And there are other things too, but this area is pretty much full of zombies, especially the first part. Zombies and things that have come from the sea. And that's all we really know right now, is that a mist came upon the shore, and these things and undead souls that were lost to the ocean have risen to the sea. So you get a little load screen and you come out in the next area. You're hired. Oh, that's sad. The achievement, maybe it's another faction, but that achievement used to be called You Can Follow Directions, or it was something really sarcastic about being able to do what you're told. Oh. Got some XP now. You can see the XP bar down at the bottom slowly filling up. Yay, we're so happy.
Oh, don't worry, kid. You haven't gone back in time. I just happen to be the last of the cowboys. Got your southern welcome right here.
Mesquite beans, Texas style. Good ought to face evil on a full stomach. Name's Boone. I'm a troubleshooter. You and I need to have a powwow before you continue your little crusade. You Templars may be taking the high road. But
Not
just
a
watch you
Templar.
don't get saddle rash from the high horse, okay?
There's a very minor, insignificant
Sure, you can be divided in
bug, but
purpose,
it's still a
but
bug. I'm not a
we
Templar.
gotta stand united against darkness. This
Damn
ain't
you
my
all
first
Templars.
rodeo. I know we're gonna need
I
all
don't know
the
why I hate
unity
you, but
we
you're
can
another
get.
faction, so I hate you already.
Don't mean to say you stepped into
There'll
hell,
be a
but
good reason for it eventually, I'm
when
sure.
the wind blows west, you can just about smell the brimstone. All we know is death and fog came from the sea, or someone brought it back with them. And if I was a gambling man, I'd put money on that someone still being around. Bunch of survivors holed up in Kingsmouth town. Follow that main road and the sound of gunfire, you'll come to the sheriff's office. Kid, whatever your reasons for being here, you find out what those people died for, and you bring a reckoning.
Alright, to begin, try accepting the mission for a fistful of zombies. Basically, it's going to show you right here the little boxes at the side of him. There's one for dialogue, which is what we just did. And then there's the quest. Each one of those little boxes indicates a different kind of quest. We're surrounded by zombies. Help him keep their numbers down. So this is basically, we're going to go kill some zombies. And there's a cutscene for
This
this.
forest crawls. Gets my fingers itching for two matters. One, the other, figuring out a way to keep them down. It ain't right the way the dead walk the earth. They deserve their 6 feet, same as everyone else. I've sworn to keeping guard here, and you've got places to be. But nothing's stopping you from culling the herd as you go. Hell, figure out what makes them tick and how to make that ticking stop. And I'll buy you a beer at the apocalypse.
Heck yeah.
So go on, kid. Saddle up. The end of the world waits for no man.
I like that, where he shoots and her head falls back like that. His whiskers are pretty terrible looking, but other than that, alright, so we've got this quest. Usually here's our quest tracker, and they have changed it up a little bit. Yep, here's the different kinds of missions. You've got story missions, you can have one story mission at a time. And you've got main mission, you can only have one main mission at a time to run around and do. At least it gives you the mission names here now. It didn't even do that before. You just kind of click the little icon. So it's a little better than what it used to be. The way you do quests is you'll have the objectives, and while you're out doing that, like right now, you can see where it says right here, Tier 1 of 5. So we'll go out, and Tier 1 is kill, 6 zombies. We've killed 0 of 6 so far. Once we do that, it'll just automatically bump us up to the next tier of the quest and tell us what to go do next. Instead of having to come all the way back to this guy, talk to him, okay, I've killed 6 zombies, what do you want to do now? Okay, well, did you see that other kind of zombie? Go ahead and kill 4 of those. That stuff gets a little old. So you're just out here, and you're just moving on to the next thing. So we're an elementalist. Let's get ready to kick some zombie butt. Keep forgetting that I changed my spam. We are attacking zombies. Right here, like I said, when they're just melee attacking like that, there's not a lot of point in running around. When you get the big telegraphed abilities, you'll see, you'll know exactly what's happening, and you'll know that you need to get the hell out. Which, isn't the most innovative thing in the world, but it is nice that they've got stuff like that where you do have to move around and not just sit and spam. Because, you can sit there and just tab target the crap out of stuff and just mash buttons all day long. But they at least made an effort to make you have to move around and do certain things. See them dodging for no reason. I mean, when you dodge like that, they're right back on you so quick that there's a lot of point in doing that. So far, combat animations are better. The upper and lower bodies are still, like we've said a couple times already, still a little off on each other, but combat does feel smoother. It does feel improved. I don't think it's ever going to be great because, I mean, that's not really what this game is about. It's not a big combat game. While it should be fun, this game is about the questing and the mysteries and figuring things out. So, jump on cars to trigger alarms. I remember this. I should have known that already. So there. Now we're attracting more zombies. So we can just kill. Hopefully, ear splitting as it was for me just now. As you can see, we just picked up another ability point. I mean, it was that quick, that easy. The looting of things was always a little awkward in beta, so let's see if these work a little smoother than they used to. Yeah, well, they at least worked. Half the time those wouldn't even work. So let's go ahead and spend this ability point here. We've got one. Well, we need 3 before we can really do anything unless we move on to another tree. I still want to get into that tree that had the blood shield and stuff in it, so we may just go ahead and buy that ability. It's not hurting anything for it to be sitting there anyway right now. We didn't have any skill points, did we? No, we did not. Alright, so our damage over time ability, I think a couple of our abilities right now in the elementalist tree, they can proc some damage over time, so maybe that, hopefully that affects those too. We require you to jump, you get what you want, yada yada yada. Okay, I hope so. Alright, now back to shocking stuff. Yeah, so we get on fire. Yeah, that's what we're like. Yeah, I'm already happy that I chose. Well, I'm glad I didn't try to get fancy. Enjoy something and have fun with something. Just stick with it, people. Don't ever second guess yourself, because you were probably right the first time. Luckily, I'd already tried something different in beta after enjoying just the crap out of Elementalist, so I already knew that I didn't want to do that. But I wanted to just stick with what I was rolling with. Alright, this is the quest that's a little weird. Alright, let's try it this way this time. I used to set the gas cans on fire and then try to get the zombies to run through it. So let's try getting the zombies to run towards me. And then activating the gas can. Come on. Abilities will not activate. Alright, so I'm going to at least start the gas can before just fire to your face. There you go. Congratulations. You've been face fired. I just invented a new term. Alright, zombies. Will you just do me a favor and run through the fire? Because you're zombies. Zombies are stupid, right? Yes, zombies are stupid. Oh, thank you so much. That was awful nice of you to just run through the fire like a dumb zombies. Yeah, I was just trying to make it too complicated. That's what it was. Just overthinking it. They're zombies. You're dealing with zombies. You only have to be smarter than zombies. Surely to goodness, I can just be smarter than zombies, right? Alright, so activate the gas can. And by the way, get the hell out of range before it goes off, or else you will get set on fire too. And being set on fire is not fun. Unless you're a zombie. Then apparently you just love being set on fire. Yes. go, and there's that quest. Now we've moved on to tier 4, examine the half-eaten corpses. So there's some corpses laying around that zombies are eating on. Those guys eating on a corpse? It's hard to tell. Let's see a corpse. They look like they're eating, so we'll just go ahead. An achievement about 28 days later. That's nice. Yeah, there's probably more zombie references in here too that I just don't get because 25 days later. That's still definitely a reference to the movies. I'm not a big zombie person. Like I said, there's probably, oh my god, I don't remember this. There's your big, yeah, and I completely failed to get out of it. There's your big telegraph ability that you gotta get the hell out of. Unlike what I just did, you need to move your eyes. That's not the animation we used to see. It caught me a little off guard. That was more textured and more artistic than anything I was used to seeing, which is nice. There's another thing that's been improved and upgraded since beta. I'm gonna have to say they're slowly impressing me. You know, just little things here and there, but man, it's the little stuff that really makes a difference. Before it was just a big red, hey, something bad's fixing to happen here, circle on the ground. That actually kind of looked like it went with the ability he was trying to spam. I'm not gonna lie, I was prepared to run this game into the ground because, you know, while I didn't during the beta, there were definitely things that made me question whether or not I was going to want to purchase this game and pay a subscription fee. Now the cash shop with the full MMO subscription price, that's still, you know, that's still a little iffy. But as far as the game itself, how it's running and looking and acting so far, is fine. I mean, I don't see anything wrong with this so far. Which is definitely a step above where it was in beta. There were plenty of things to find wrong with it there. Yeah, I was going to say, there should be a policeman's corpse. Now, what I'm going to do when I get to a point that I haven't played yet, I don't know, because I'm going to be lost and running around like a moron, not knowing what the hell to do. But for right now, I look like the greatest MMO player ever because I already know what's coming. And I can't accept that quest. Oh, there's the accept. Showing up in a really weird place. I guess I should have moved back. Alright, grab some ammo from the pickup truck. We can do that. And carry it into town. Fine Deputy Andy. Oh, speaking of which, did I see on Twitter a little bit ago that Andy Griffith died? Did I see that right? That's sad if it's true. From the zombies into the barricaded town. Save me! Save me! Save me! Did a piss poor job of saving me. Well done, you have finished the last tier of the mission. Mission tracker on the right of your screen will automatically switch to current missions. Alright. I'm supposed to click on something to get my rewards here. Send report. Alright, now we get to choose. And I'm going to need to pick up the blood magic focus. That way I can use the blood magic abilities, because that's what I'm spending some extra points in. So even though I can get an improved, I'm pretty sure, elementalist, yeah, by quite a bit here, still want to be able to use the blood shield and stuff. So we'll just go ahead. I've got to put a skill point in blood before I can use that. Well, I'm just failing miserably at life right now, aren't I? And just when I got done talking about how I look like a freaking genius. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and buy this, though, because as soon as I get a skill point, that's where it's going. It's going in the blood magic so I can use it. Let's put that way over there for right now. I'm planning for the future here, and I don't know if that sounds like a good idea. Hopefully it is. Apparently it gave me apparently I got a case focus or something. So there's another form of magic that we can start getting into a little bit later if we want to. Can I go ahead and equip that to get it out of my bag? Just because I can't use it. Nope. That'd be a negative. Alright, that's cool. I understand. Alright, Deputy Andy. I'm not mistaken here. That's you up there. I think. Since we can only have one quest of each kind at a time, we'll just go ahead and continue this line. That looks like the dude. No, I don't. From before. Place the ammo in the ammo box. Big bright yellow outline box. Get the hiccups all of a sudden. And here we go. Send report for our rewards. Well, what do we want? What is this? Sequin of Solomon Island. Used to purchase goods. So we've got area-specific currency, and then we've got the Pax Romana, which is the standard in-game currency. So we'll just go ahead and collect our due rewards. Give me a freaking skill point. I want a skill point. I want to be able to use... I put my skill points in the wrong thing earlier. Can I refund those? Is that possible? I changed my mind. I don't like it. No. That's okay. We'll just wait. I got all these other ability points I can't use because I don't have a skill point. That's my own fault. Alright, Deputy Andy Gardner is afraid the town will be completely... Like I said, I'm not going to read all those. Zombies are constantly pushing against the defenses put up around the sheriff's office. Kill them. Simple enough. Oh, he's going to... I forgot there's cutscenes for these.
Jeez, you never saw anything like this in the cop shows. Well, maybe on cable, not the network ones. You wouldn't know it from looking out there, but before that wicked bad fog rolled in, Kingsmouth was a sleepy little burg. Nothing stronger on the streets than a hot cup of coffee and chocolate-glazed donuts from Susie's. The occasional DUI or domestic disturbance. Human sacrifice. But every town has a dark side, right? We sure are getting a heap help in the darkness now, eh? The Walking Dead and worse besides taking over our town. Us survivors hold up in here, hoping it's all just a bad dream and we'll wake up to the smell of bacon and maple syrup. But unless someone ups and does something, and soon, all we're gonna wake up to is the smell of rotten flesh. And I don't need another thing to remind me of my dad. Halloween does bring back the memories, eh?
Alright, kill the ravenous horde around the sheriff's office.
Stay safe.
Nice big red circle on the mini-map tells us where to go.
Namaste.
And we're gonna need to go outside to do this, obviously. I think they're gonna come in waves and we have to defend a certain number of waves in like 3 or 4 different areas. Another thing I like about the Elementalist, your charges don't build up on the target. Like if I just use those on that zombie, I can move on and use the combust on the next zombie. Now they deteriorate over time, obviously. As you can see, I had 3 and I only got 2. Or like the shotgun, the resources built up on the target, so I can switch targets. Those will carry over to the targets. I've never done this with other people around. And hello, disappearing zombie mob. Apparently it disappeared for her too because she stopped attacking them all of a sudden. That was weird. There are no valid targets in range. So you can't evade electricity, man. Evade. Hello. Bust. Yeah. And you like it. Here pretty quick. Probably already have if I wasn't wasting points in the skill tree for a focus that I can't even use yet. But killing these things will get us on the way to getting our spell point. There's another ability. Oh, there's our spell point. Skill point, whatever. SP. That's the one, buddy.
Those zombies are making a mess of that north barricade.
To spend the ability well because I just want to. There we go. Now we're in business. Nice little shield.
We got some more trouble on the south barricade.
Can absorb damage for me. And I like it. It's going to help when I'm out there by myself doing stuff. And it doesn't look as nasty as all the other magic abilities. Flinging the blood around your hands and stuff. That's not bad. Like that protection.
Come in from the south side now.
Guess everybody wears close on the back. It's kind of your, it's kind of where you can look at somebody in PvP or something, just tell what classes they are depending on what they're carrying. And I guess the Elementalist one isn't so obvious because if you're flinging firebolt and lightning, it's pretty obvious what skills you're running.
They're taking that southern barricade apart.
See, their whole name showed up when I just saw him. So that means when they target me, my name says freaking Phallic. That's ignorant. Why did I do that? Why did I not know this? Why didn't somebody tell me? It's your fault. It's all your fault. Nobody told me. Oh, that's right. I gotta go down here and kill these waves running. And here's the first thing in beta. The first time I saw this, I stopped and said, literally, "Oh my god!" I think this is the guy down here. Because this was my first kind of boss monster that I really saw. Yeah. Was not expecting this at all. I mean, you've just been killing little zombies for forever. And then you're by yourself and you run face first into this. And he didn't die anywhere near that easy because there weren't two other people floating around down here helping you out. It was pretty intense. Alright, so now we got to choose one of these new necklaces. Neck Talisman. Plus 5 hit, 75 health, 53 heal. That's not what we want. Crit, health, and attack. Evade, lots of health and attack. I think we're going to go... I mean, we got the blood shield, so we're going to build a little on the squishy side as far as our equipment. So gonna need a skill point in major talismans. So there we need another skill point. And I've got 2 ability points that I'm going to need to spend when we get back up to the town here. I don't want to be standing here in the middle of the street and get attacked by zombies. Oh, don't forget you have sprint too. Don't forget to sprint. You can go faster than what you're going. With your book on your back and everything. Killing zombies. Lots and lots of killing zombies. Alright, we're back inside. Let's spend some ability points here real quick. Alright, now we're going to go back into... There's the actual heal. Rapid shield increases the amount healed and absorbed by blood shield. Wow, see, now I want to buy that too, but I really need to start getting into some more damaging abilities here. Electrical Storm. I'm not going to have enough for it. Chain, let's see. It deals a large amount of damage to the target before jumping to nearby targets, consumes 3 elemental resources. So there's kind of a ability. I think we're going to say, we're going to wait and get one more ability point and then we're going to get that. got a little bit of damage reduction. I didn't really need it until later on before, so let's do that. So let's go back here and talk to Deputy Andy. And yeah, I just seen more confirmation on Twitter that Andy Griffin passed away, so I should probably quit mocking that.
Hey.
Because I just seen it again on a feed here just a second ago. That's on cooldown. Okay. Some quests are repeatable if you come back like 24 hours, I think. Or right here it tells me 17 hours, 57 minutes, and 30 seconds. I can do this quest again. It's probably hard to see on the stream, because it's a little difficult to see even right here, but it gives you a little cooldown timer up there at the top left of the text that tells you when you can run this again. So gain some more XP, get some more skill points and ability points, and do more vertical progression or horizontal progression. Horizontal, vertical, same difference, right? Oh, you'll also notice down here in the health bar, here's my elementalist resources build up. Here's my blood magic resource build up. So you've got both. And he's been observing the monsters that came. All these have a cutscene. I don't know why I keep reading these. I'll get out of that habit eventually, and then I'll go play like Rift or something, and I'll be waiting for cutscenes.
I can wrap my head around that. They're dead folk, just walking is all. But those other things, tall and pale, slimy as maggots, they washed up with the fog. They came and dragged the townsfolk out to sea, drowned them. Just like my dad with the kittens. He took them out to sea in a garbage bag. Said they were gonna go for a swim. Said they needed the exercise. They never came back. A few years later, neither did my dad. Jeez, I still miss those kittens. The townsfolk, they did come back, dragging what looked like eggs. The big ones, they come out of those eggs, like something from Invasion of the Body Snatchers. They're littered all over the place and guarded, and I'm thinking to myself, Andy, that's gotta mean something. That's gotta be a clue. Why keep an eye on something if it ain't valuable? That's police work. That's deduction, plain and simple. So I'm thinking, what came first, the maggot or the egg? Obviously the egg, right?
Alright, so now we gotta go to the harbor.
Good luck out there.
Before we do that, we can go inside the police station here, and there's some other things. And of course, this guy right here has.
Namaste.
And we're gonna tell you what, we're gonna put this to the test because it says you can only have one of each kind of. You can only have one main mission at a time. Let's see if we can get this one. It's a hard one. And it will cancel the current mission, and that's hard. So. Oh no, I don't want to do anything hard right now. Because when I start dying, it makes me look bad. It makes me look like I'm bad at video games. And the number one rule of letting people watch you play video games is make sure that you do stuff that lets you appear to be good at video games, even if you're not. Which I am, by the way. I'm really good at video games.
Heck if I know where you folks keep coming from, but anyone who walks through that door alive pretty much gets my amnesty. Something in your past colors you sourly to a badge, I'd ask you to call it quits in return. We agreeable? Well then, I'm Sheriff Bannerman, and this down-home little state of emergency is what's left of my jurisdiction. Sure, we tried to hold as much of the town as we could at first. More out of nostalgia than any civil defense plan. I won't tell you Kingsmouth was a slice of heaven in a snow globe, but it was ours.
Wow,
now it ain't.
Like hell.
There was always something running under in this town. Maybe what's spilled out now. If that's how it works, I couldn't say hand on heart we didn't have it coming. But that fog, and the things in it, they didn't pick and choose when they came in. Most folks didn't stand a chance. Now, I can see you're armed. I won't kick up any fuss about that. Straight truth is, you'll need to be. Just don't go thinking that means you're deputized as such. Heaven knows if there was ever a time and a place for the right to bear 'em, you're looking at it. Henry has his word of God, that Roger woman has her crystal ball, and Norma out on the point's got a 12 gauge. My money's on Norma.
Or am I?
Well, hey.
And I'm getting messages. Did that show up on the stream? Yeah, I guess it did, didn't it? Alright, we won't leave that up. Oh, we can talk to this guy.
The Lady Margaret was a traumatic experience for everyone on board. They were changed men.
Here's the computer that you can access and do things with. You hit the 1, enter, and you go to different things. Oh, you'll actually use that a little later on to get into. The only other quest she's got is a main quest, and we can't
Now you are a sight for sore eyes.
have any more of those right now. Okay, Kingsmouth survivors.